if you want to create a fragment that is the support version 4 fragment instead of the older basic fragment, there's a few changes you have to make throughout your program. So let me just go in and make some of those changes. So instead of doing an android.app.list fragment, you do android.support.v4.app.list fragment. And in your onAttach method, you use a context instead of an activity. Context. Yes, it's context. I have to add the context back into my app. So I have to go Alt-Enter to reference and add this back in my include files. Those are the two big changes you have to make to the fragment, but you do have to make a number of changes to the main activity. So if you go to the main activity, you actually need to do a support v4 fragment manager and a support .v4 fragment transaction. And the get fragment manager method in the activity class, you have to change this to a fragment activity. And you have to, instead of changing, I'll make this a fragment activity. Well, let's say no, it's Alt-Enter. So support v4 fragment activity. So you have to create a fragment activity. The get fragment manager method returns a regular fragment manager, not a support v4 fragment manager. So you have to do get support fragment manager, and that will return the support version 4 fragment manager. Everything else should be the same. So once you've made those few changes, your app should work exactly the same. So if I run my app, it should launch. So it should launch my activity and show my data. And then it could launch my second activity, which doesn't include a fragment. And everything works exactly the same.